to everyone. Welcome to the Life with Joey Calvo podcast. I am Joey Calvo. The reason why I decided to do this podcast today is because of I'll call it an incident. First of all, like I said, Happy New Year to everybody. Hope your holidays were better than mine, hence this podcast. My 2022 did not start out the right way. I got sick New Year's weekend, and I've been telling you my stories about my asthma, my sleep apnea, and so on. Well, New Year's Day, I got sick. I threw up. So I called out from work, and I rested up. So Sunday morning, I said I'll go to the gym and get my first workout of the year. I came home. Actually, before I even came home, I started having chest pains. So I rested up. I said, okay, rest up. This should pass. It didn't. It got to the point where I was afraid of taking nebulizer treatments because I was afraid of something happening. So I called an ambulance. And during that time, during the day, I went to go to the bathroom and I started to have chills, which normally I don't have. So about 5 o'clock, before 5 o'clock, I called the ambulance and went over to Hospital of the University of Pennsylvania, and they got the breathing treatments to get me back to where I could breathe just about normal and get rid of most of the mucus that was in me. So they did a COVID test, and I wound up testing positive for COVID-19. So I was a little depressed because brand new year, this would have to start. So they then they did a CAT scan, and we found out we also had bronchitis. So the bronchitis led towards the COVID. So so they cleared it all up. And if you hear me coughing, it's still the dry coughing, but I am getting better. They gave me remdesivir for the COVID. They gave me so many meds, I lost track. And I was starting to feel better. Well, they were going to keep me overnight because of course, the heart rate was a little high. Because my heart rate, of course, was high and my blood pressure was high, of course, as always. So as they were keeping me, excuse me, they moved me into another section of the emergency room and they isolated me. But as I was isolated, I was getting better. I mean, my asthma has been almost near non-existent. Of course, with the dry cough, and that was the only thing that was really getting me. But also, when they took me to triage, when they took me right into the room, my temperature was 103.1. So I was a little shocked. I thank the doctors and the nurses over at the hospital, University of Pennsylvania, for taking great care of me. I know I'm jumping around on it because it's just so much. So when they moved me to an isolation room, I started resting a little bit. I didn't eat anything all day, so before they even moved me, they gave me something to eat. And like I said, they gave me remdesivir for the COVID, and I got some rest in, so I was happy about that. When they moved me in the isolation room, I got to watch TV, and I was happy about that because I was like bored. And then in between, I started falling asleep. So they were still trying to get me a regular room at the time, and they turned around and they said, if you're getting a little bit better, we're going to let you go. I said, okay. I said, that sounded good. So, we did a little tests, and everything was acceptable enough to them that they sent me home. So they didn't give me any extra medication or anything. If it wasn't for the COVID test, I probably would still be in the hospital at this time. Not the COVID test, the COVID vaccine for AstraZeneca. They did suggest getting the booster, and I said, well, that's what I was working on, waiting to find out. I was waiting to get it done. And what was weird was I had a COVID test done December 12th because I had a colonoscopy procedure December 14th, and it came out negative. So if anything, this must have happened between this happened between December 15th and January 2nd. So I'm starting to feel better. Like I said, I have the dry cough. I've been eating well again, and so everything is. So it's great. I'm starting, like I said, I'm feeling better. Like the dry cough, and I just checked my temperature at normal range. So I'm slowly getting better. Matter of fact, my asthma hasn't even bothered me at all, which is amazing. But I do suggest to all of you, one, if you haven't gotten vaccinated, please get vaccinated. And here's why I say this. This Omicron, yeah, it even gets you when you're vaccinated. But when you get vaccinated, not only are you saving yourself, you're saving other people. Okay? Also, if you have been fully vaccinated, get the booster shot. I am going to get the booster shot right away. First opportunity I get. Now, I'm been confined since Monday morning when I came home from the hospital. So I will be able to walk out my door on Saturday because that'll be 6 days. And I'll be able to, be able to enjoy life again. But I will be still wearing a mask, of course. But definitely get vaccinated because it's no joke. This COVID is no joke. My brother had it, my nephew had it, my niece had it, my sister-in-law had it, and now I've got it. It was a little scary. I mean, right now I'm feeling a little pain, but it's not like sharp around the heart area. We had to move my heart doctor appointment to a virtual call, to a telemedicine call on Monday. But if you haven't gotten vaccinated yet, please get vaccinated, because the more that everybody gets the COVID-19 vaccines and the boosters, the safer everybody's going to be, and the less time that we'll be wearing masks. Now, I mean, I'm still going to be wearing a mask, of course, for right now because of my asthma and my sleep apnea. So definitely, excuse me one moment. But yeah, you need to get, I would get vaccinated. And it's like I said, not only does it save you, but it saves others. And also, I was blessed. I was happy I had the vaccine, because if not, I probably wouldn't be here right now. But like I said, get the vaccine, get the booster. Do not wear cloth masks. And that's what I've learned. News report came out recently that the cloth masks do not do the greatest job in protecting everyone from COVID. So I learned that the hard way. Of course, make sure you're washing your hands or using hand sanitizer. Really watch what you do. Like I said, I'm feeling better. I'm hoping to bring out better podcasts this year. Like I said, my year-end one last week. We're definitely, like I said, May, we're going to have Eric Essex on. But we're definitely going to have much better podcasts on. And we're working on that right now. So, definitely. Yes, I'm glad I'm feeling better. Thank you so much. Happy 2022 to you, Lenny. New subscriber who subscribed to the year-end podcast. And yeah, I'm glad I'm getting better. Like I said, COVID is no joke, folks. It's no joke. I actually managed, and I got that, just to give you an idea, I got the COVID vaccine in November, December 2020. So it lasted a great year, which is awesome, at least. Like I said, once I get an idea on how long I should wait to get the booster, I'm going to get the booster. I definitely need to get the booster shot, but make sure everybody's vaccinated. Please get vaccinated. Please get the booster shot. Please do what you need to do, not just to protect you, protect your family, your friends, and everyone around you. Because this Omicron is no joke. It's literally, how can I state this? This is something I've kind of figured out over the past day or two, as I've been relaxing. Um, Omicron is picking up where all the other variants left off. I'm not saying it's eventually going to get to everyone, and I don't want it to get to everyone, but that's probably what Omicron is doing. It's picking up where the other two variants couldn't get and getting more. And like I said, I'm definitely stopping wearing cloth masks for right now. It's gonna be a challenge, but I'm gonna manage it. But most definitely get your vaccine shots. Save yourself, save your family, because you may not. I mean, if you don't get vaccinated, you may not get that chance. And most of the hospitalizations that are going on right now across the U.S. and the world, excuse me, are mainly more unvaccinated. Like I said, I thank God that mine was mild, but mine was more of the pneumonia and the asthma that brought it to the COVID. So it wasn't just the COVID itself, but it was the asthma and the pneumonia, because I kept thinking I had COPD on Sunday. That's all I kept thinking about, was I had COPD. And I kept telling myself, even Saturday, I was going to go to the hospital on Saturday. I was going to go to the hospital on Saturday. I said, no, I'll push it off. I'll see how I'm feeling on Sunday. And then, yeah, that's correct, Lenny. Yeah, most of them. So that's why I'm saying from experience, get the vaccine, get the booster shot, everyone. I was supposed to have a friend on here today. She got with me last night. She's like, you should do a podcast. I said, I am. She said, can I do it? I said, yeah. I said, check your email. You see, she hasn't come, but I'm going to pick on her later for it, because she's a nurse. So we would have talked a little more about COVID and probably Omicron and so on. But one thing, like I said, I've learned is I do nearly have to watch what I do. And you literally got to watch what you do now these days, because anything can happen. This got me on the blind side, and I was feeling fine, with the exception of like the asthma and the bronchitis type, which wind up being pneumonia. And they did, like I said, a CAT scan to find out. Well, the way they expressed it was a COVID pneumonia. So I'm happy that they did this great job and that I'm feeling better. Like I said, the dry cough, that's been manageable. I've been a little more tired, of course, but that's going to happen. But I will be able to step out my door on Saturday and be able to enjoy the weather, even though it's cold, and probably will have snow and rain by the weekend. And I was planning on going to Atlantic City that day when I went to the hospital. So if any advice you get out of this, get vaccinated. It's no joke. Get vaccinated. get your booster shot. Follow the CDC guidelines. Yeah, Lenny, they are. I've been managing with cloth masks for a long time, and like I said, it got me. And matter of fact, it was a couple days ago that they said that the cloth masks were not efficient enough. So I'm working with the regular 3-ply that they give you, the basic masks. So at this point, again, I'm going to close with get vaccinated, get your booster shot, because when you do all that, not only are you protecting yourself, you're protecting your family, your friends, and everyone around you. Mask up while you're indoors for right now, because same thing, protects everybody. And if you have a precondition, like I do with my asthma and my sleep apnea, you definitely need to wear a mask. Only because look what happened to me. So, all right. So, yeah. All right. So, yes. Thank you so much, Lenny. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching and listening to the Life with Joey Calvo podcast. My name is Joey Calvo. God bless you all. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And don't play games with this Omicron, because it's going to bite you. God bless you.